Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order, but you knew that already. Hey folks, it's time to talk about the next adventure in the Star Wars Episode 1 Adventures book, written by Dave Wolverton, and this one's called Capture Arawynne. It is part 3 in his 4-part series here. It picks up where Dorn is brought to Jabba the Hutt, and Zorba is there. I'd kind of forgotten that it's a mention to Zorba the Hutt from the Jedi Prince series. That's awesome. He's not a big part in it. He's just sitting next to Jabba. Jabba offers Dorn his freedom. He can accompany Zorba out in the galaxy, and he can be he will no longer be a slave. But Dorn knows there's something else going on. And so Jabba goes, okay, read me. What am I thinking? He went, you really want me to, you're setting a trap for me and you want me to die. And Jabba laughs. And Zorba goes, oh, he is very, intuitive. And so he says, okay, here's the deal. We know your friend is Paula. We know that she stole slaves, the Ghostling children, from Gardula the Hutt. You help Gardula track down those kids, betray your friends, he said, and you'll get your freedom. Or, if I don't hear back from you before sundown, I know you've betrayed me, and I'll hunt you down and kill you. So he's like, oh, okay, so I got to betray you or your friends. And Jabba's like, well, you're going to learn betrayal one day, may as well be now. So Dorn starts off, he's got a tracker on him. Sebulba's, tracing that tracker, following him along. Then suddenly chaos erupts as Anakin comes in, kind of distracts Sebulba for a minute while they, again, put on the old Jawa cloaks, use the old transmission scrambler, and it's off to the races. Now, again, the kids are being chased by Sebulba's 2 thugs, one that gets beat up a lot but never dies. And, hilarity ensues. One of the silliest moments in it, there's something, it's like quicksand. Anakin fools one of the thugs into going in there, and as he's sinking, Anakin goes, do you promise? He said, please help me. He's like, what will you do if you help me? He's like, anything you want. He said, will you let me go? He's like, He said, okay. He went, okay, well, cross your heart and hope to die. He went, well, cross my heart. And Anakin goes, and hope to die? He went, I don't hope to die, I hope to live. He goes, okay, I guess that's good enough. So cross your heart and hope to live. He's like, yes. And so he saves him. And then they're sitting there, he's like, okay, remember your promise? He goes, I had my toes crossed. And then he chases after Anakin again. So that happened. Also in this book is the mention of Wisties. Wisties are from the Ewok movies. So I think I'd forgotten about this too. But they're in the garden with the Ghostlings. And while they're being chased all around the garden by the 2 thugs, the Wisties are helping them. Now on page 47, it refers to them as the witches. For one moment, I was like, it says the witches flew off. I was like, whoa, there's witches here? Witches and Ghostlings? Oh my goodness. And I'm wondering if that was just a slip, autocorrect or something, but it was funny. The word witches is in there, and but Wisties are in it, which I think is pretty cool. And it's this, it's made to look like, I guess, it's magical garden. The Hoden is there. He gets held up at gunpoint by Sebulba and basically just leads him on a wild goose chase. But they're trying to corner the kids and capture them. Of course, they got their little Jawa disguises on, so no one knows exactly who Paula's friends are yet. And even though they do capture Dorn, I believe, he does lose one of his thugs, the one that can get hurt, I guess. And Sebulba was like, that's okay. He said that, they're, what does he say? That's just one less person to pay at payday. And he laughed evilly or something. Okay, whatever. Now, I will say something about this. In Ryder Wenham's books, and it made sense, he made like a 2-page, here's what you missed. If you're just jumping in, if you're just a new member into this book club, this book adventure club, and you didn't get the other issues, here's what's going on. And Dave Wolverton doesn't do that. He just jumps into the next story. Now, I understand both. Ryder Wenham wants to make sure that if a kid just picks up the book, that they'll understand the gist of it. But Dave Wolverton also knows it ain't just kids reading these, right? He knows adults are reading these. He's putting all these references in here that adults would get. Wisties, Zorba the Hutt, or if you've been reading Star Wars for the past 9 years now, I guess. These came out, 2000. So in the past, about 9 years, then you'll probably understand where all these references are coming from, or 10 years if you think about the Ewok movies. So at the same time, and those kids who watched them, they're 20, they're in college by now. Yeah, Dave Wolverton knows who his audience is. And of course, he's appealing to the kids, like that stupid scene in the quicksand. You know, I make fun of it, but at the same time, it's okay. It's okay. It's a children's book. Again, I'm not going to come down hard on these children's novels. But with all the continuity that's mentioned within them, that's good enough for me. Now, what about the thrilling conclusion? I'll talk about that next time.